Hey guys, you're at Florida Parks After Dark. Hey, we're here at Boardwalk. It is a deluxe resort right outside EPCOT in the EPCOT resort area, or say. Here is also Beach and Yacht Club and Boardwalk. Those are the three Disney resorts. There's a Swan Reserve, and Dolphin, which are Marriott close by, but this is Boardwalk. So what we're gonna do is go in, do a quick resort tour, show you what it has to offer, show you the actual Boardwalk. There is a Boardwalk, not just namesake Boardwalk, minivan, and then we're going to show you what this has to offer. It's a very special, one of our favorite resorts for Florida Parks After Dark. So let's get this thing going. All right, guys, so we're right out here outside the front of the boardwalk. This is just a great picturesque entrance to it. Obviously, it's called the Boardwalk. So what you do is you go through that front entrance, and then what you have is a room to flank either side of this. Now, on this side, they do have first floor rooms down on the grass here. Now, that obviously are DVC rooms, which are Disney Vacation Club. They're timeshare. They're really awesome. They have courtyards and little chairs to sit out there. But really where the greatest part is those rooms that actually look out front. So let's go to the lobby and take a look, see what we can find. So guys, we made it into the lobby. So right now what you have here is where we walk into is this real round seating area with a beautiful model carousel right on top of it. It's really awesome. But what you will miss if you do not look up is that. And by far it is the neatest chandelier in all of Disney. You have the angels and the horses and the sign lights. I mean, it's so unique, so different. It's awesome. But this is right where you come in through those doors. And then really what's over here is that's where check-in is. So they have check-in that runs down along this back wall when you come into your left. It comes all the way through. And then what they've done recently is they've redone all the seating in here. So it still definitely has that feel of kind of, I hate to say it was like grandmother's living room, but very cozy, warm environment. The sea green walls, the white trim, it's really very cool. And then back there, we'll go back here and we'll show you. So this is the lobby area. A lot of the seating where people come in, a lot of checkouts and check-ins going on. But back here is really the center point of this whole lobby. Is that fireplace. So the fireplace there is great. What you'll notice at the top is Lucy the Elephant. Lucy the Elephant, that's the model. It's in New Jersey, right by the beach. Having been there, it's seen better days. That's definitely a model. And right there on the wall, there's a picture of it. And then what they have here also is another model is of this roller coaster, which is really, really done very well. So it's a loop-de-loop roller coaster. And if you look in at the people waiting, you can tell it's very, very kind of period piece, 1900s, really done well. But really the one thing in this whole lobby that is the most famous thing of everything are those chairs. These are the nanny chairs. The nanny chairs really are the thing that everybody talks about. They will never get rid of these two chairs, ever. There's one on each side of these. The nanny chairs are actually for the wealthy who had houses at the beach, and the nanny would sit there waiting to be needed and sit in the chairs. To me, they scare me to death, but that's a nanny chair. So this is the lobby section. What's great is right through the lobby. To one side, if you go into your right, are the rooms, and then to your left here is this little coffee shop. And I will promise you, you will miss this if you're not careful. It's Carousel Coffee, and it is really just excellent. And it's great. You come in and get your pastries, which is here. And here, New Jersey crumble cake is screaming my name. And then obviously then it smells wonderful here. And then you do have your coffee, and our specialty coffees. It's great in here as well as then there's outdoor seating right off the lobby out here. We can grab the coffee, come out here and sit down and just enjoy yourself. So that comes to this side. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start heading out the other way and see what we can find. Okay, so if you actually come through the lobby and you come to the right, you go down a short hallway, you end up here, and this is a little lounge sitting area. Super comfy, super removed. Down this hallway really is a lot of rooms. But this is kind of this. Now they do have a coffee bar here. Right now it's not serving coffee, no one's here. This is just a great spot to get away from everything. Now there's outdoor seating along the balconies to overlook the boardwalk as well. It's just a great space where they kind of create almost a living room. And then if we kind of keep going down this way, and then we keep going down that hallway, When you come into your right, I should say to your right, when you come in, we'll show you what's down here because we found something else. So if you walk all the way down that hallway, when you come in the lobby, you go to your right, you come down that hallway, there's hallways that come off for the rooms themselves. But then at the end of the hallway, after you pass that little lounge you just sat, you end up here. We have come to the Boardwalk dozens of times and have not found this courtyard. So they have garden suites here, the pool is through here, but this is just a great space. They're quiet, park-like. It's beautiful. We had just found it today. You're with us for the first time. So with that being said, let's go see what else we can find that we haven't found before. Okay, so we came back up that hallway and came out through the lobby and came kind of out towards the Boardwalk itself. So let's say you go straight in the lobby and keep going straight through these doors. You come out to this beautiful balcony. White wicker furniture, got the blue pillows, matches kind of the sky and the water. It's a great spot. It's just a spot you can come out here and stand. I'm going to see you with the view. But this is right off the lobby. Literally, the lobby's behind me. And we'll come up here. Now, what's great is then you end up seeing this. This is the first real view you guys have had of the Boardwalk itself. And that's the actual Boardwalk. But here is this grassy area. Now, that's AstroTurf, artificial grass. And the idea there, obviously, is so it stays looking that green. But that's where they do their Christmas tree, which is huge and beautiful. And then they also do movies at night there. Every night. Straight back, you can see the rent Surrey bikes over there. And there's so much to see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down these stairs, show you what they have to see down here, get a good sense of what the Boardwalk has to offer you, show you the other resorts on the other side of this waterway, and make sure you guys get a good feel for the resort. All right, guys, so we just stepped down from the balcony, came down the stairs that were on one side, and we came just a few steps in, and this is the promenade. It's a fine art gallery, and it is obviously very Disney themed. Let's take a peek and see what we got. So the first thing you're gonna notice when you walk in the door is Ariel and Flounder. She is larger than life and she's perfect. And then you have Goofy under his palm tree, which is awesome. But what they do have in here is they have the sculptures, as you can see through the cases, but they also have a wonderful number of paintings, glasswork, by various artists. Now this is real art. These aren't prints. These are things that people have created. And so it is a great spot to come in. If you really, really are hardcore Disney and you want to have some of this captured in your house, this is a great spot to come and really pick up a piece or two. Now, we have just heard from a cast member that this location is closing and moving. Now, we're not sure exactly where they're going to, but they will not be here any longer, which is very sad for us because we love coming here poking around. But with that said, guys, we're gonna leave this spot and find our way to our next adventure. Thanks. All right, guys, when you come down the stairs, if you go to your immediate left down this little corridor, two things are here. You have the gym, which is Muscles and Bustles Health Club, and the arcade, which is kind of right there. But what you do if you keep coming through is you got the pool. It is really a very well immersively themed pool, which is really nice. So what they have is what you'll see in the back there real quick, just to orient you. That's the Swan directly straight ahead of you. The Swan is that Marriott resort we talked about in the beginning of the video. It's just that close. But if you look at the pool itself, let me just get you a good shot here. It is actually a roller coaster. And it's a wood roller coaster, and it comes out as a slide. It's more of a slide, and it comes out there. Now what they did recently is it used to be coming out of a scary mouth, clown's mouth. Terrified the kids. They changed it to Mickey and Minnie and made it a lot better. But what they do have over here, which is great, is they have the pool bar, which is a carousel. Leaping Horse Libations. Beautiful little spot. You come grab a drink while your kids are playing in the pool. And it gives you just a great perspective to come around this way and take a look back. And so this is kind of what the whole space looks like. It's really just neat. They did a great job theming this out. But guys, that's not the Boardwalk. Let's go on the board, see what that's all. All right, guys, so we've made it out to the Boardwalk. Yay! So out here, that is the actual hotel where we were in that balcony we were just on. There's a Surrey bikes that we looked at from up there, and then really there is the actual boards. Now, board goes two directions. If you come onto the boards, go to your right, that's that way. And that has the restaurants and the bars and some special things we'll look at in a second. keep coming around here and you'll see they have water taxis. Yeah, we talked about that in the beginning. That it sits on this huge body of water, and those water taxis will take you to other resorts, take you to Hollywood Studios, take you to Epcot. So they're ready to go. It's a very cool ride. But if you look across the way there, you have Yacht Club to your left and you have Beach Club to your right. In the center there, I'm going to zoom in for a second. That is a boat. Now that is part of the pool area that those two resorts share. It just reopened. It's one of the best pools in all of Disney. That shipwreck is across the walkway, the boardwalk, and there's a slide that goes over top of you that goes in the pool. It is a very neat space. So there's that. And then if we come around this way, this is if you go to the left out of the boardwalk, they have the stores. Now that's actually the boat they're ready to leave. Let's try that in a second. So those are the stores. So to the right is food, to the left is stores. And if you keep going to your left and keep walking all the way to the end of the boardwalk, you can get to those Marriott hotels, which is Dolphin and Swan, right there. It's across the little bridge, you're there. The other thing which people will not tell you is there's a way to walk from here to Hollywood Studios. There's an actual path. It's not a short walk, but it's very doable for anybody. So that's it. Now we got two of these boats going out. Let's take a second and watch that. It's almost like they're all for a race. That's pretty cool. So they're most likely going out. One's going to Epcot, and probably one's going to Hollywood, or one's going across the water to one of the resorts so people don't have to walk. They just run all day long for free, which is great. So listen, let's go down to the right and show you guys some of the food offerings. It's like these two boats are like doing synchronized swimming. I'm sorry, I'm kind of stuck watching this. Very cool. All right, with that said, let's go to the right and see what we can find. Okay, so right here on the corner, and this, by the way, this upper level is all the boardwalk. So these stores are actually on the first floor of the actual hotel. And then above them are actually hotel rooms. So this is the Flying Fish, obviously, seafood. High scale, table service, fantastic food. Next to that is the Abracadabra bar, obviously. Should tell you, it's magician themed table service. Really great thing. Now what they just recently brought into this area are the blue ribbon corn dogs. Now blue ribbon corn dogs are famous in their own right, and they're new here probably about a year ago. So you have those. And then next to the Abracadabra bar, you have the Italian restaurant Trattoria al Forno. And we're gonna go down a little farther and show you what's down there. But as you can see in the distance, they have the Boardwalk Deli. And then farther than that, we're gonna show you all the way down to the end. All right, we had to stop and show you this. So this is the pizza window. Now you would say, okay, it's a pizza window, George. This is a really nice pizza window. So it's at the Trattoria al Forno restaurant, and they actually serve really good pizza out of there. It's not cheap, but it's good quality pizza. And they have beers in here as well, and some wines. So there's just that there. But then if you keep panning around, obviously we just had breakfast outside. There's a Boardwalk Deli. And beyond that is a Boardwalk ice cream shop. And then here is the margarita stand, which is closed because why? It's morning. We're opening soon enough. Okay, so now we're just past the Boardwalk Deli. Here's the Boardwalk ice cream like you saw before, but we're right next to it. But what's next to Boardwalk ice cream is why we came here. So if you keep coming around, one, see there's the rooms up above. But here's what's here. They just opened this not that long ago. It's a Cake Bake Shop. The Cake Bake Shop actually is a very, very upscale bakery. And yes, guys, that's a line to get in. A rope line to get in with a desk to get bakery. That's how unique it is. Now, the cake slices are huge, but they're also pricey. But they're very unique and very specialized. Great. We've gotten food here. It's great. That's a bakery. Next, it's actually the Cake Bake Restaurant. Very upscale, high-end table service. A very unique experience, but very worth it. So really, two things at the end of the boardwalk, which is great. If you keep going down, straight down that boardwalk, past Cake Bake, you get to a nice little bridge, cross the waterway, and then if you go to your right, you get the International Gateway to EPCOT. And that's a good back way to get into EPCOT. Quick pan around and show you the rest of this. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna quickly show you the store over on the left-hand side of the boardwalk, and then we'll go from there. All right, so now we've gone to the left. We passed the hotel itself, and as if we kind of made our left-hand turn. Now the Screen Door General Store, this is their merchandise store. Has a great little spot to get some pastries and desserts in here, but they also have all your merchandise in there as well. It's a nice little store. It's a big store, so it goes on and on and on and on and on. And then what we forgot to mention is it's a boardwalk. So what do they have here? They're not open yet, but they will be tonight or later on today. They're actually Boardwalk games. So they have the basketball shoot, and they have the water shooting game, and they have a lobster launch game. Love the lobster launch game. That's there. The other thing they have on this boardwalk, and I forgot to mention, oh, here's another boat coming in, is that in the evenings they have performers here. They have acrobats, they have magicians, they have jugglers. So you can come down here and literally get a drink, get a bite, hang out, and watch live performances that just happen on the boards. It is really an experience. Now, I will tell you, for Florida Parks After Dark, this is one of our favorite places, if not our favorite place to come and just be. There's 3 resorts here. The boardwalk is fantastic. The food's off the charts. Live entertainment, you can sit and watch. You can hop a boat and go anywhere you want on this side of Walt Disney World. It's just a great spot. But with that being said, guys, it's George Florida Parks After Dark. Hey, we are here at the Boardwalk Resort, and it is one of the best places in Disney to come see. I strongly encourage you, if you're not going to stay here, you got to come visit here. So with that being said, do me a favor, like and subscribe, and guys, we will talk to you later.